Beneath the waves of our oceans lie secrets that have captivated humanity for centuries. Cities swallowed by the sea, their stories whispered through legends and myths. But what if these tales are more than just flights of fancy? What if they are echoes of a past we've yet to fully understand? From the fabled Atlantis to the ancient ruins of Dwarka and the enigmatic structures of Yonaguni, sunken cities have sparked endless debates. Are they simply the products of human imagination, or do they hold fragments of historical truth? This video isn't just about exploring these underwater mysteries. It's about unraveling the fine line between myth and reality. Why do these stories persist across cultures and centuries? And what can science and history tell us about the truths hidden beneath the waves? Join us as we dive into the depths of these legends, examining the evidence, the theories, and the questions that continue to intrigue historians, archaeologists, and storytellers alike. By the end of this journey, you might find yourself questioning what you thought you knew about the past and the stories we tell to make sense of it. What is it about sunken cities that grips our imagination so powerfully? Perhaps it's the haunting blend of mystery, romance, and tragedy. They embody a perfect storm of human storytelling. These legends often represent something far greater than just lost places. They symbolize the fragility of human achievement, the possibility of advanced civilizations wiped away by time, or even the wrath of the divine. They tap into our deepest fears and fascinations, making us wonder, could this happen to us? Take Plato's Atlantis, for example. Described as a utopia of unparalleled advancement, its sudden disappearance has fueled countless theories and speculations. Was it a warning about hubris, a metaphor for societal collapse, or could it have been a real place swallowed by the sea in a catastrophic event? Similarly, the biblical city of Sodom, often linked to underwater ruins, carries themes of divine retribution and moral reckoning. These stories aren't just tales of destruction, they're mirrors reflecting our own anxieties and aspirations. But it's not just ancient texts that keep these legends alive. Sunken cities have found their way into our modern narratives, from Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to blockbuster films like Aquaman. They've become a staple of folklore and pop culture, shaping how we think about the unknown and the unexplored. This enduring fascination speaks to something universal, the allure of discovery, the thrill of uncovering secrets buried beneath the waves. And now, with modern technology, we're closer than ever to separating fact from fiction. Advanced sonar mapping, underwater drones, and cutting-edge archaeology are giving us new tools to explore these submerged worlds. What once seemed like pure myth is now being revisited with fresh eyes and scientific rigor. Could the stories of Atlantis, Sodom, or other sunken cities hold kernels of truth? As we dive deeper into these mysteries, we might just find that the line between legend and history is thinner than we ever imagined. Plato's Atlantis stands as the cornerstone of sunken city legends, a tale so compelling that it has echoed through millennia. It all begins with the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who introduced Atlantis in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. Described as a mighty island nation, Atlantis was said to boast unparalleled technological and cultural achievements, a utopia of gold-plated temples, intricate canals, and thriving agriculture. But this paradise didn't last. According to Plato, the Atlanteans grew arrogant and corrupt, provoking the wrath of the gods. In a single day and night of cataclysmic destruction, the entire island was swallowed by the sea, vanishing without a trace. Was Atlantis a real place, or was it a cautionary tale crafted by Plato to illustrate the dangers of hubris and moral decay? This question has sparked debates for centuries. Some scholars argue that Plato's description was purely allegorical, a philosophical lesson wrapped in myth. Others believe it could have been based on a real civilization, perhaps one lost to natural disasters like earthquakes or tsunamis. The idea of a technologically advanced society meeting a sudden, catastrophic end resonates deeply, blending history, morality, and mystery into a single narrative. Theories about Atlantis's possible location are as varied as they are fascinating. Some point to the Mediterranean, suggesting the island of Santorini as a potential candidate. Around 3,600 years ago, Santorini was devastated by a volcanic eruption, an event so powerful it may have inspired the Atlantis myth. Others look further afield to the Caribbean or even Antarctica, fueled by interpretations of ancient maps and geological clues. The search for Atlantis has become a global pursuit, with explorers and researchers scouring the globe for evidence that might finally solve this enduring mystery. What's remarkable is how Atlantis has transcended its ancient origins to become a cultural phenomenon. It's not just a story, it's a symbol of human ambition and vulnerability, a reminder of how fragile our achievements can be. From Renaissance maps to modern-day films and books, Atlantis continues to capture our imagination, inspiring countless theories, expeditions, and even fictional adaptations. As we delve deeper into the legend of Atlantis, we're not just exploring a sunken city, we're exploring the very nature of storytelling itself. Why do we cling to these tales? What truths might they hold, and could the search for Atlantis lead us to discoveries that reshape our understanding of history? One thing is certain, the mystery of Atlantis isn't just about a lost civilization. It's about the stories we tell to make sense of the world, and the enduring power of those stories to inspire, challenge, and captivate us. Shifting our focus to the east, we arrive at the legendary city of Dwarka, a cornerstone of Hindu mythology and a place steeped in divine mystery. According to ancient texts like the Mahabharata and Harivamsa, Dwarka was a thriving metropolis ruled by Lord Krishna, a central figure in Hinduism. It was described as a golden city of unparalleled beauty, with towering gates, grand palaces, and bustling streets. But its glory was not meant to last. The scriptures tell us that after Krishna's departure from the mortal world, the city was swallowed by the sea, leaving behind only whispers of its former splendor. For centuries, Dwarka existed as a tale of faith and wonder, a story passed down through generations. But in recent decades, archaeologists and researchers have turned their attention to the waters off the coast of modern-day Gujarat, India, where some believe the ancient city may lie hidden beneath the waves. Excavations and underwater explorations have revealed intriguing findings: submerged structures, stone anchors, pottery fragments, and other artifacts that date back thousands of years. These discoveries have sparked intense debate. Could these ruins be remnants of the legendary Dwarka? The challenges of verifying such claims are immense. Underwater archaeology is a complex and painstaking process, with factors like shifting tides, erosion, and sediment layers complicating the search. Moreover, the artifacts and structures found so far, while fascinating, don't provide definitive proof of Dwarka's existence. Yet for many, the symbolic and cultural significance of these findings is undeniable. Dwarka isn't just a city. It's a testament to the enduring power of faith and the deep connection between mythology and identity in Indian heritage. What makes Dwarka particularly compelling is how it bridges the gap between myth and reality. Unlike Atlantis, which is often seen as a cautionary tale, Dwarka is deeply rooted in spiritual and cultural narratives. For millions, it represents a tangible link to their beliefs and history, a reminder of a time when the divine walked among mortals. This intersection of mythology and archaeology is a recurring theme in the search for sunken cities, where ancient stories often guide modern explorations. The quest to uncover Dwarka also raises broader questions about how we interpret the past. Are these underwater ruins evidence of a historical city, or do they reflect the human tendency to weave stories around physical remnants? The line between myth and history is often blurred, and Dwarka exemplifies this beautifully. It challenges us to consider how legends can inspire scientific inquiry and how the search for truth can deepen our understanding of both the past and ourselves. As we continue to explore the mysteries of Dwarka, we're reminded that sunken cities are more than just lost places, they're windows into the human experience. They reflect our fears, our hopes, and our unending curiosity about the world. Whether Dwarka is ever fully proven to be the city of Krishna's legend, its story endures, captivating believers and skeptics alike. And perhaps in that enduring mystery lies its greatest power. Off the coast of Yonaguni, Japan, lies a discovery that has baffled researchers and ignited imaginations: a massive underwater structure known as the Yonaguni Monument. Rising from the ocean floor, this enigmatic formation features what appear to be terraces, steps, and even carvings, leading some to believe it could be the remnants of an ancient, advanced civilization. Stretching over 150 meters long and standing nearly 30 meters tall, the monument's geometric shapes and sharp angles seem almost too precise to be the work of nature alone. But is this a man-made wonder or simply a fascinating quirk of geology? The debate over the Yonaguni Monument has been raging since its discovery in the 1980s by a local diver. Proponents of the man-made theory point to its striking features: flat, horizontal platforms, vertical walls, and what look like staircases carved into the rock. Some even suggest that the structure resembles ancient terraced temples found in other parts of Asia. Could this be evidence of a lost culture, one that thrived when sea levels were lower and the site was above water? The idea is tantalizing, offering a glimpse into a past that might rewrite our understanding of human history. On the other hand, skeptics argue that the Yonaguni Monument is likely a natural formation, shaped by the relentless forces of erosion, tectonic activity, and ocean currents. They point to similar rock formations found elsewhere, created entirely by natural processes. The monument's sandstone, they explain, tends to fracture along straight lines, which could account for its geometric appearance. Additionally, the lack of definitive artifacts or inscriptions at the site makes it difficult to conclusively prove human involvement. What makes the Yonaguni Monument so compelling is how it blurs the line between myth and reality. It challenges us to question our assumptions about the past and consider the possibility that history might be far more complex and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. If the monument is indeed man-made, it could hint at a civilization advanced enough to create monumental architecture thousands of years ago, long before such achievements were thought possible. If it's natural, it's a stunning reminder of the Earth's ability to craft wonders that rival human ingenuity. The ongoing debate over Yonaguni reflects a broader theme in the search for sunken cities: the tension between science and storytelling. Sites like this one captivate us not just because of what they might reveal about the past, but because they force us to grapple with the unknown. They remind us that history is not a fixed narrative, but a living, evolving conversation between evidence and imagination. As we explore the mysteries of Yonaguni, we're also drawn to other underwater sites that challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations. From the submerged ruins of Heracleion off the coast of Egypt to the underwater pyramids near Cuba, these discoveries keep pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Each site adds another layer to the puzzle, inviting us to reconsider the stories we tell about our ancestors and the world they inhabited. The Yonaguni Monument, whether man-made or natural, stands as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. It's a reminder that beneath the waves, there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered, secrets that could reshape our understanding of history, culture, and even ourselves. And as long as these mysteries remain unsolved, they'll continue to inspire explorers, researchers, and dreamers to dive deeper, searching for answers in the depths of the ocean and the echoes of the past. In the annals of ancient Greece, few tragedies are as haunting as the story of Helik, a bustling city-state that met a sudden and catastrophic end. In the year 373 BC, Helik, located in the Peloponnese region, was struck by a devastating earthquake followed by a massive tsunami. Within moments, the city was swallowed by the sea, its ruins buried beneath layers of sediment and water. For centuries, Helik became a legend, a cautionary tale of nature's wrath and the fragility of human civilization. But unlike Atlantis, Helik's story didn't remain confined to myth. In the late 20th century, archaeologists made a groundbreaking discovery: the remains of Helik, hidden beneath the earth and water, providing tangible evidence of a real sunken city. Helik's rediscovery is a fascinating chapter in the study of ancient civilizations. The city's destruction was so sudden and complete that it left little trace for centuries. Ancient writers like Strabo and Pausanias described the event in vivid detail, but their accounts were often dismissed as exaggerated or symbolic. That changed in the 1980s and 90s when a team of researchers, led by archaeologist Dora Katsanopoulou, began uncovering evidence of Helik's existence. Using advanced ground-penetrating radar and underwater excavation techniques, they found remnants of buildings, pottery, and even coins, proof that Helik was not just a legend but a real city lost to the sea. What makes Helik particularly intriguing is how closely its fate mirrors the stories of other sunken cities like Atlantis. Both were said to have been advanced societies struck down by natural disasters, their ruins hidden beneath the waves. But while Atlantis remains shrouded in mystery, Helik offers tangible evidence of how such legends might have originated. The city's destruction by earthquake and tsunami highlights the role of natural disasters in shaping ancient myths. For the Greeks, Helik's fate was a stark reminder of the gods' power and humanity's vulnerability, a theme that resonates in countless sunken city stories across cultures. The rediscovery of Helik also raises important questions about the relationship between myth and history. While some legends, like Atlantis, remain unproven, others, like Helik, show that ancient stories often contain kernels of truth. This doesn't mean every myth is based on fact, but it does suggest that many might have been inspired by real events. Helik's story challenges us to reconsider how we interpret ancient tales. Were they purely fictional, or were they attempts to explain phenomena that ancient people couldn't fully understand? Helik's legacy extends beyond its historical significance. Its rediscovery has provided valuable insights into the impact of natural disasters on ancient societies. The city's ruins reveal signs of advanced urban planning, including well-organized streets and sophisticated drainage systems, evidence of a thriving community before its sudden demise. But Helik also serves as a sobering reminder of the power of nature and the impermanence of human achievement. In a world increasingly shaped by climate change and rising sea levels, its story feels more relevant than ever. As we reflect on Helik and its place in the pantheon of sunken cities, we're reminded that these stories are more than just tales of loss. They're windows into the human experience, reflecting our fears, our resilience, and our unending quest to understand the past. Helik's rediscovery validates some myths while challenging others, showing us that the line between legend and history is often thinner than we think. And in that space between myth and reality lies a world of discovery waiting to be explored. Helik's story also invites us to consider how natural disasters have shaped not just individual cities but entire civilizations. From the volcanic eruption that buried Pompeii to the floods that reshaped Mesopotamia, these events have left indelible marks on human history. they've inspired myths, shaped cultures, and forced societies to adapt. In the case of Helik, the city's destruction became a cautionary tale, a story passed down through generations to remind people of the forces beyond their control. The rediscovery of Helik is a testament to the power of modern archaeology to bring ancient stories to life. It's a reminder that beneath the earth and water, there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered, secrets that can change how we see the past and, by extension, ourselves. As we continue to explore the mysteries of sunken cities, we're not just uncovering lost civilizations, we're uncovering the stories that connect us all across time and space. And in those stories, we find the echoes of our shared humanity. Natural disasters have long been the architects of both history and myth, shaping not only the physical world but also the stories we tell about it. From earthquakes that split the earth to tsunamis that swallow cities whole, these cataclysmic events have left indelible marks on human civilization and on our collective imagination. It's no wonder, then, that so many sunken city legends are rooted in the aftermath of such disasters. These tales often carry a sense of divine retribution or sudden, unthinkable loss, reflecting humanity's struggle to make sense of forces beyond its control. Take Port Royal, Jamaica, for example. Once known as the wickedest city on earth, this bustling pirate haven was struck by a massive earthquake in 1692. In mere minutes, 2/3 of the city sank into the Caribbean Sea, taking with it countless lives and untold riches. The event was so sudden and devastating that it was interpreted by many as an act of divine punishment for the city's notorious debauchery. Today, the submerged ruins of Port Royal serve as a haunting reminder of nature's power and a potential treasure trove for underwater archaeologists. Similarly, the ancient Greek city of Pavlopetri, believed to date back over 5,000 years, lies beneath the waves off the southern coast of the Peloponnese. Unlike Port Royal, Pavlopetri's submersion was a gradual process, likely caused by rising sea levels over millennia. Yet its remarkably preserved streets, buildings, and tombs offer a rare glimpse into a Bronze Age civilization lost to time. For centuries, Pavlopetri's existence was a mere whisper in local folklore, until its rediscovery in the 1960s brought it back into the light. These stories, whether sudden or slow, share a common thread. They blur the line between natural disaster and moral lesson. In many cultures, the sinking of a city was seen not just as a geological event, but as a cosmic reckoning. The gods, it was believed, could unleash their fury upon the arrogant or the wicked, wiping entire civilizations from the map. This narrative of punishment and loss is a recurring theme in sunken city legends, from the biblical story of Sodom to the Greek myth of Helik. But as we look to the future, the role of natural disasters in shaping our world and our stories takes on a new urgency. Rising sea levels driven by climate change threaten to submerge coastal cities around the globe. Places like Venice, Miami, and even parts of New York City face the very real possibility of becoming the sunken cities of tomorrow. Unlike the legends of old, these potential losses are not the stuff of myth but the consequence of human actions. The question then becomes, what stories will we tell about these future sunken cities? Will they be cautionary tales of environmental neglect, or will they inspire new myths of resilience and adaptation? The way we respond to these challenges and the narratives we craft around them will shape not only our future but also how future generations remember us. In exploring the role of natural disasters in sunken city legends, we're reminded that these stories are more than just relics of the past. They're mirrors reflecting our deepest fears, our moral dilemmas, and our enduring quest to understand the forces that shape our world. Whether through the lens of history, mythology, or science, the tale of sunken cities continues to captivate us not just for what they reveal about the past, but for what they might tell us about the future. Beneath the serene waters off the southern coast of Greece lies a treasure trove of ancient history, Pavlopetri, the oldest known sunken city in the world. Dating back over 5,000 years, this submerged settlement predates even the legendary cities of Troy and Mycenae, offering an extraordinary window into the Bronze Age. Unlike many sunken cities that exist only in myth or fragmented ruins, Pavlopetri is remarkably intact. Its streets, buildings, and tombs remain clearly visible, preserved by the very waters that claimed them. For archaeologists, it's a time capsule, a rare opportunity to study an ancient civilization in stunning detail. What makes Pavlopetri so extraordinary is its state of preservation. The city's layout is almost fully visible, with streets still forming a grid-like pattern, and the foundations of homes, public buildings, and even tombs still standing. This level of detail provides an unparalleled glimpse into daily life thousands of years ago. Imagine walking through these ancient streets, passing by homes where families once gathered, or visiting the marketplace where goods from distant lands were traded. Pavlopetri's underwater ruins bring the Bronze Age to life in a way that few other sites can. The discovery of Pavlopetri has also shed light on the sophistication of ancient urban planning. The city's organized layout suggests a high degree of social and political organization, with clear evidence of advanced engineering. Its streets were designed for both functionality and practicality, while its buildings reflect a deep understanding of construction techniques. But perhaps most intriguing is what Pavlopetri reveals about ancient trade networks. Artifacts found at the site, including pottery and tools, point to connections with other civilizations across the Mediterranean. This suggests that Pavlopetri was not an isolated settlement but a thriving hub of commerce and cultural exchange. The story of Pavlopetri's rediscovery is as fascinating as the city itself. For centuries, its existence was known only through local folklore, with fishermen occasionally spotting strange shapes beneath the waves. It wasn't until the 1960s that marine archaeologist Nicholas Fleming brought Pavlopetri to the world's attention. Since then, advanced underwater exploration techniques have allowed researchers to map the city in incredible detail, uncovering its secrets layer by layer. Pavlopetri's significance extends beyond its age and preservation. It challenges our assumptions about ancient civilizations, showing that even 5,000 years ago, humans were capable of creating complex, organized societies. The city's submersion, likely caused by rising sea levels over millennia, also serves as a poignant reminder of the forces that have shaped and continue to shape our world. The study of Pavlopetri is a prime example of how underwater archaeology is revolutionizing our understanding of the past. Unlike traditional land-based excavations, underwater sites often remain untouched by later human activity, preserving them in ways that dry land cannot. Technologies like sonar mapping, 3D imaging, and remotely operated vehicles have opened up new possibilities for exploration, allowing us to uncover and document submerged cities with unprecedented precision. As we delve deeper into Pavlopetri's secrets, we're reminded that the ocean holds countless untold stories. Each discovery, whether a sunken city or a shipwreck, adds another piece to the puzzle of human history. Pavlopetri, with its ancient streets and timeless mysteries, invites us to reconsider what we know about the past and to imagine the stories still waiting to be uncovered beneath the waves. The next time you gaze out at the sea, consider this. Beneath its surface lies a world of forgotten histories, lost civilizations, and untold wonders. Pavlopetri is just one of many sunken cities that remind us of the enduring connection between humanity and the ocean. And as technology continues to advance, who knows what other secrets we might uncover, rewriting the story of our past and inspiring the explorers of tomorrow. Beneath the waves, where sunlight fades and pressure builds, lies a world that has long been inaccessible to human exploration. Yet, thanks to the remarkable advancements in underwater archaeology, we're now able to uncover the secrets of sunken cities in ways that were once unimaginable. This field, blending cutting-edge technology with the meticulous work of historians and archaeologists, has opened up new frontiers in our quest to understand the past. But how exactly do we explore these submerged worlds, and what challenges do we face in bringing their stories to light? One of the most crucial tools in underwater archaeology is sonar mapping, a technology that uses sound waves to create detailed images of the seafloor. By emitting sound pulses and measuring their echoes, researchers can map out the contours of underwater landscapes, revealing hidden structures, shipwrecks, and even entire cities. This method has been instrumental in locating sites like Pavlopetri and the Yonaguni Monument, providing a bird's-eye view of what lies beneath the waves. Without sonar, many of these discoveries might have remained hidden, lost to the murky depths. But mapping is just the first step. To truly explore these sites, archaeologists rely on submersibles, sophisticated vehicles designed to withstand the crushing pressures of the deep ocean. Equipped with cameras, lights, and robotic arms, these machines allow researchers to navigate treacherous underwater terrain and collect samples without risking human lives. Some submersibles are even remotely operated, controlled from the surface by teams of scientists who can examine artifacts and structures in real time. These technological marvels have transformed underwater archaeology, turning once impossible missions into routine explorations. Yet, even with these tools, the challenges of underwater excavation are immense. Visibility is often poor, with sediment and darkness obscuring the view. Pressure increases drastically with depth, making it difficult for both humans and equipment to function. And then there's the issue of preservation. Water, salt, and marine life can degrade artifacts over time, leaving only fragile remnants behind. To combat this, archaeologists use advanced techniques like 3D modeling, which creates digital replicas of submerged sites. These models not only preserve the details of a site, but also allow researchers to study it in depth long after the excavation is complete. The results of these efforts have been nothing short of groundbreaking. Take, for example, the discovery of Heracleion, an ancient Egyptian city that vanished beneath the Mediterranean over 1,000 years ago. Using sonar and underwater drones, archaeologists have uncovered temples, statues, and even gold coins, painting a vivid picture of a once thriving port city. Similarly, the use of 3D modeling at the Roman ruins of Baiae has allowed researchers to reconstruct its opulent villas and baths, offering a glimpse into the luxurious lives of ancient elites. These discoveries are reshaping our understanding of sunken cities, challenging long-held assumptions about the past. They show us that these were not just isolated settlements, but vibrant hubs of trade, culture, and innovation. By bringing their stories to the surface, underwater archaeology is bridging the gap between myth and history, revealing the truths hidden beneath the waves. As we continue to refine these techniques, the possibilities are endless. New technologies like autonomous underwater vehicles and advanced imaging systems are pushing the boundaries of what we can explore and understand. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us see the past in a new light. And in doing so, we're not just uncovering lost cities, we're uncovering the stories of the people who once called them home. The next time you think about the ocean, remember that it's not just a vast, empty expanse. It's a treasure trove of history, a place where the echoes of ancient civilizations still resonate. Thanks to the ingenuity and perseverance of underwater archaeologists, we're slowly but surely unlocking its secrets, one discovery at a time. And who knows what other wonders lie waiting to be found just beneath the surface. In the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, whispers of a lost continent have captured imaginations for over a century. Lemuria, a landmass said to have once bridged the gap between India and Madagascar. Unlike the sunken cities we've explored so far, Lemuria isn't just a tale of a single city swallowed by the sea. It's the story of an entire continent, a place of myth and mystery that has inspired both scientific curiosity and spiritual fascination. But where did this idea come from, and why does it continue to resonate with so many people today? The origins of Lemuria trace back to the late 19th century, a time when scientists were grappling with a puzzling question. How did similar species of lemurs exist in both India and Madagascar, separated by thousands of miles of ocean? To explain this, British zoologist Philip Sclater proposed the idea of a land bridge, a lost continent he called Lemuria, named after the lemurs that seemed to connect these distant lands. This theory gained traction among scientists of the time, offering a plausible explanation for the distribution of species long before the concept of continental drift was widely accepted. But Lemuria didn't stay confined to the realm of science for long. By the early 20th century, the idea had been embraced by spiritualists and occultists who reimagined it as a utopian civilization of advanced beings. Writers like Helena Blavatsky, founder of the Theosophical Society, wove Lemuria into their esoteric narratives, describing it as a land of enlightened beings who possessed extraordinary powers. For these groups, Lemuria became more than a geological hypothesis. It was a symbol of a lost golden age, a place where humanity had once reached its pinnacle before falling into decline. Modern geology, however, has a different story to tell. The theory of plate tectonics, developed in the mid-20th century, revealed how the Earth's continents have shifted over millions of years. This scientific breakthrough explained the distribution of species like lemurs without the need for a lost continent. Lemuria as a physical landmass was debunked, but its cultural legacy endured. Today, the idea of Lemuria lives on in spiritual communities, popular culture, and even conspiracy theories, a testament to the enduring power of myth. What makes Lemuria so fascinating is how it bridges the gap between science and storytelling. It began as a scientific hypothesis, evolved into a spiritual symbol, and now exists as a cultural touchstone, a reminder of how myths can adapt and endure even in the face of contradictory evidence. This fluidity between fact and fiction is a recurring theme in the stories of sunken cities and lost continents, reflecting our deep-seated desire to make sense of the unknown. Lemuria's story also invites us to consider other mythical continents, like Mu in the Pacific or Hyperborea in the Arctic. These legends, often rooted in ancient texts or speculative theories, share a common thread. They depict lands of extraordinary beauty and wisdom, lost to time and catastrophe. While modern science may have dismissed their existence, their cultural impact remains undeniable. They inspire novels, films, and even new spiritual movements, proving that myths have a power all their own. As we reflect on the myth of Lemuria, we're reminded that the search for lost lands isn't just about uncovering physical evidence. It's about exploring the stories we tell about ourselves, our origins, our potential, and our place in the world. Whether or not Lemuria ever existed as a physical continent, it continues to spark curiosity and wonder, a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. And in that sense, perhaps Lemuria isn't truly lost. It lives on in the stories we tell, the questions we ask, and the dreams we share. This exploration of Lemuria naturally leads us to consider other legendary continents and their connections to sunken cities. From the fabled Atlantis to the enigmatic Mu, these myths reveal a universal fascination with lost worlds and the mysteries they hold. Each story, whether rooted in science or spirituality, invites us to ponder the boundaries between myth and reality, and the truths that might lie hidden in the spaces between. In the vast blue expanse of the Pacific Ocean, another legendary lost continent emerges from the depths of myth and mystery, Mu. Often referred to as the Pacific Atlantis, Mu is said to have been a sprawling landmass, home to an advanced civilization that vanished beneath the waves thousands of years ago. Like Atlantis, Mu has captured the imaginations of countless people, blending ancient lore, speculative theories, and a touch of modern mysticism. But where did this story begin, and why does it continue to fascinate us? The tale of Mu was first popularized in the late 19th century by Augustus Le Plongeon, a French-American archaeologist and eccentric figure. Le Plongeon claimed to have deciphered ancient Mayan texts that spoke of a motherland called Mu, a place of great wisdom and technological prowess. According to his interpretation, Mu was the birthplace of civilization, a paradise that sank into the ocean after a cataclysmic disaster. He believed that this lost continent was the source of all human cultures, spreading its influence across the globe before its tragic demise. While Le Plongeon's theories were largely dismissed by mainstream scholars, they laid the foundation for Mu's enduring place in alternative history. Mu shares striking similarities with Atlantis, another legendary civilization lost to the sea. Both are described as utopias of advanced knowledge and culture. Both met their end in sudden, catastrophic events, and both have inspired countless theories, books, and expeditions. But unlike Atlantis, which has roots in ancient Greek philosophy, Mu's origins are more modern and speculative. This hasn't stopped it from becoming a cultural phenomenon, inspiring everything from spiritual movements to science fiction. Scientifically, however, the evidence for Mu is virtually non-existent. Modern geology and oceanography have thoroughly mapped the Pacific Ocean floor, revealing no traces of a sunken continent. The theory of plate tectonics explains the movement of Earth's crust without the need for a lost landmass like Mu. Yet, despite the lack of physical proof, the legend persists. For many, Mu represents more than just a place. It's a symbol of humanity's longing for a lost golden age, a time when we were more connected to the Earth and to each other. The enduring popularity of Mu also highlights a broader theme: our fascination with lost worlds. Whether it's Atlantis, Lemuria, or Mu, these stories tap into something deep within us, a desire to uncover hidden truths, to imagine what might have been, and to find meaning in the mysteries of the past. They remind us that history is not always a straightforward narrative, but a tapestry woven with threads of fact, fiction, and everything in between. Mu's legacy, like that of other sunken cities and continents, invites us to reflect on the power of storytelling. These myths, whether rooted in reality or imagination, shape how we see ourselves and our place in the world. They challenge us to ask questions, to explore the unknown, and to consider the possibility that there's always more to discover beneath the waves, beneath the earth, and within ourselves. As we delve into the legend of Mu, we're reminded that the search for lost worlds is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. It's about the stories we tell, the questions we ask, and the connections we make between past, present, and future. And in that sense, perhaps Mu isn't just a lost continent. It's a mirror reflecting our endless curiosity and our unyielding hope that somewhere out there lies a truth waiting to be found. The ocean doesn't just swallow cities in a single, dramatic moment. It often happens through a combination of geological and environmental forces working over time. Understanding how cities sink requires us to look at the Earth's restless nature, from the shifting of tectonic plates to the relentless rise of sea levels. These processes, both ancient and ongoing, have shaped the fates of countless coastal settlements, leaving behind sunken ruins that tell stories of both natural power and human vulnerability. One of the most dramatic ways a city can vanish beneath the waves is through tectonic activity. Earthquakes, for example, can cause the ground to literally drop, a phenomenon known as subsidence. This is what happened to the ancient city of Helik, which was swallowed by the sea after a devastating earthquake in 373 BC. Similarly, the legendary city of Dwarka, believed to have been submerged off the coast of India, may have been a victim of seismic shifts that caused the land to sink. These events aren't just ancient history. Tectonic activity continues to reshape coastlines today, reminding us that the Earth's crust is far from stable. Erosion, too, plays a significant role in the submergence of cities. Over centuries, the constant movement of water can wear away coastlines, undermining foundations and causing buildings to collapse into the sea. This gradual process is often exacerbated by human activity, such as deforestation or the construction of dams, which disrupt natural sediment flow. Take the ancient harbor of Alexandria, for instance. Once a thriving port at the heart of the Mediterranean, parts of the city now lie underwater, their ruins slowly being claimed by the sea. Erosion, combined with rising sea levels, has turned this once bustling hub into an underwater museum, a silent testament to the power of nature. Speaking of rising sea levels, this is perhaps the most pressing threat facing coastal cities today. As global temperatures rise, glaciers and ice sheets melt, causing oceans to swell. Cities like Venice, Italy, are already feeling the effects, with frequent flooding and the constant threat of submersion. Venice's famous canals, once a symbol of its charm, now serve as a reminder of the city's precarious future. The same forces that submerged ancient cities are now at work in modern times, raising urgent questions about how we can adapt to a changing world. But it's not just natural processes at play. Human activity has accelerated many of these changes. Groundwater extraction, for example, can cause the land to sink, a phenomenon known as land subsidence. In cities like Jakarta, Indonesia, this has led to widespread flooding and the gradual sinking of entire neighborhoods. Similarly, the construction of massive infrastructure projects like dams or coastal developments can alter natural water flows, leading to unintended consequences. These examples highlight the complex interplay between human choices and environmental forces, a dynamic that has shaped the fate of sunken cities throughout history. Understanding these processes isn't just an academic exercise, it's a matter of practical importance. By studying how cities sink, we can better predict which areas are most at risk and take steps to mitigate future losses. This might involve building seawalls, restoring natural barriers like mangroves, or even relocating entire communities away from vulnerable coastlines. But these solutions come with their own challenges, from the high costs of engineering projects to the ethical dilemmas of displacing people from their homes. The preservation of sunken cities also raises important questions about how we value the past. Should we attempt to protect these underwater ruins, or should we let nature take its course? For archaeologists, these sites are invaluable windows into ancient civilizations, offering insights that can't be found anywhere else. But preserving them often requires significant resources and can sometimes disrupt fragile ecosystems. It's a delicate balance, one that forces us to weigh the importance of history against the realities of a changing world. As we look to the future, the lessons of sunken cities remind us of the fragility of human achievement. Whether through natural disasters, rising seas, or human error, the forces that have claimed these cities are still at work today, but they also remind us of our resilience and our ability to adapt. By understanding the science of submergence, we can better prepare for the challenges ahead, ensuring that the stories of our cities, past, present, and future, are not lost to the waves. The next time you hear about a city threatened by rising seas or read about the discovery of an ancient sunken ruin, remember this: beneath the surface lies a complex interplay of forces, both natural and human. These forces have shaped our world in ways we're only beginning to understand, and they continue to challenge us to find new ways to coexist with the planet we call home. The preservation of sunken cities presents a unique set of challenges, blending the delicate work of archaeology with the urgent need to protect these fragile sites from a host of threats. Unlike ruins on land, underwater heritage is constantly under siege, not just from the elements, but also from human activity. Looting, for instance, is a persistent issue. Treasure hunters and illegal salvagers often target these sites, drawn by the promise of valuable artifacts, but their actions can destroy irreplaceable historical evidence, leaving behind only fragments of what once was. It's a race against time to protect these underwater treasures before they're lost forever. Environmental damage adds another layer of complexity. Rising sea temperatures, pollution, and the corrosive effects of saltwater can erode ancient structures and artifacts, sometimes beyond repair. Coral growth, while beautiful, can also obscure or damage delicate ruins. Even well-intentioned tourism can pose risks. Divers exploring sunken cities may accidentally disturb fragile sites or leave behind harmful debris. Balancing public access with preservation is a constant challenge, one that requires innovative solutions and careful planning. Funding is another major hurdle. Underwater archaeology is expensive, requiring specialized equipment, skilled personnel, and significant resources. Many projects struggle to secure the necessary support, leaving important sites unexplored or unprotected. This is where international cooperation becomes crucial. The UNESCO Convention on the Protection of Underwater Cultural Heritage, adopted in 2001, represents a major step forward in safeguarding these sites. By promoting ethical practices and encouraging collaboration between nations, the Convention aims to ensure that sunken cities are preserved for future generations. Successful efforts like the protection of the Titanic wreck and the ancient city of Heracleion demonstrate what can be achieved when the global community comes together. But preservation isn't just about protecting the past, it's also about finding the right balance between exploration and conservation. Every dive, every excavation carries the risk of disrupting delicate ecosystems or damaging ancient structures. Archaeologists must weigh the potential benefits of discovery against the need to preserve these sites intact. Advances in technology like 3D modeling and remote sensing are helping to strike this balance. These tools allow researchers to study sunken cities in incredible detail without disturbing them, creating digital replicas that can be explored by anyone, anywhere. The legacy of sunken cities extends far beyond archaeology. These submerged ruins have inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, capturing the imagination of creators and audiences alike. From Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to the haunting underwater scenes in Aquaman, sunken cities have become a powerful symbol of mystery, loss, and resilience. They remind us of the fragility of human achievement and the enduring power of storytelling. Artists and writers often draw on the themes of sunken cities to explore deeper questions about our relationship with the past and the environment. What do these lost civilizations say about our own future? How do we honor the memory of those who came before us? These questions resonate across cultures and generations, making sunken cities a universal source of inspiration. As we continue to explore and preserve these underwater wonders, we're reminded that they are more than just relics of the past. They are living stories connecting us to the people who built them, the forces that claimed them, and the future generations who will inherit their legacy. By protecting sunken cities, we're not just safeguarding history, we're ensuring that these stories continue to inspire, challenge, and captivate us for centuries to come. Sunken cities have long held a special place in popular culture, serving as the perfect backdrop for tales of adventure, mystery, and discovery. From the silver screen to the pages of novels and the immersive worlds of video games, these submerged ruins have captivated audiences with their blend of history and imagination. Take Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, for example. This animated film brought Plato's legendary city to life, reimagining it as a technologically advanced society hidden beneath the waves. With its sweeping visuals and epic storytelling, the movie tapped into our collective fascination with lost civilizations, presenting Atlantis as both a place of wonder and a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition. Video games, too, have embraced the allure of sunken cities, often using them as settings for high-stakes exploration. The Tomb Raider series, for instance, has repeatedly plunged players into underwater ruins, challenging them to solve ancient puzzles and uncover hidden treasures. These virtual environments aren't just beautifully designed, they also reflect our real-world curiosity about what lies beneath the waves. By blending historical elements with fantastical storytelling, games like these allow us to experience the thrill of discovery in ways that feel both immersive and personal. Books and literature have also played a significant role in shaping our perception of sunken cities. Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea remains a classic, taking readers on a journey through underwater wonders that feel both fantastical and eerily plausible. More recently, novels like Clive Cussler's Atlantis Found have kept the genre alive, weaving intricate plots around the search for lost civilizations. These stories often emphasize the mystery and danger of underwater exploration, painting sunken cities as places where the past and present collide in unexpected ways. What makes these portrayals so compelling is how they tap into universal themes. Sunken cities are more than just settings, they're symbols of the unknown, representing humanity's drive to explore and understand the world. Whether in a blockbuster film or a best-selling novel, they evoke a sense of wonder and possibility, reminding us that there's still so much we don't know about our planet and its history. But beyond their role as storytelling devices, these portrayals also shape how we view sunken cities in real life. Films and games often romanticize these ruins, presenting them as treasure-filled labyrinths waiting to be discovered. While this can inspire interest in archaeology and history, it can also lead to misconceptions. The reality of underwater exploration is far more complex, involving painstaking research, delicate preservation efforts, and a deep respect for the past. The psychological appeal of lost civilizations is another key factor in their enduring popularity. There's something inherently fascinating about the idea of a society that thrived and then vanished, leaving behind only fragments of its existence. These stories resonate with our own fears and aspirations, fears of collapse and impermanence, and aspirations to uncover hidden truths and reclaim lost knowledge. They remind us that history is not just a record of what happened, but a living narrative that continues to shape our present and future. As we reflect on the role of sunken cities in popular culture, we're reminded of their power to inspire, challenge, and captivate. They invite us to dream, to question, and to explore, bridging the gap between the past and the present in ways that feel both timeless and deeply personal. And in doing so, they keep the mystery of lost civilizations alive, ensuring that these stories will continue to resonate with audiences for generations to come. There's something deeply human about our fascination with lost civilizations. Whether it's the sunken ruins of Atlantis, the submerged streets of Pavlopetri, or the enigmatic Yonaguni Monument, these stories captivate us not just because of their mystery, but because they touch on something fundamental within us. Why do we feel this pull toward the past, this yearning to uncover what's been lost? The answer lies in the psychology of discovery, nostalgia, and our innate curiosity about the unknown. One of the most powerful forces at play is nostalgia, a longing for a past we've never experienced. Sunken cities often represent an idealized version of history, a time when humanity supposedly lived in harmony with nature or achieved incredible feats of engineering and culture. Take Atlantis, for example. Plato's description of a utopian society, advanced and thriving, taps into our collective desire for a golden age. Even though we know it's likely a myth, the idea of such a civilization offers a comforting escape from the complexities of modern life. It's a reminder that greatness is possible, even if it's buried beneath the waves. But it's not just nostalgia that draws us in. There's also the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of venturing into uncharted territory. Sunken cities are the ultimate frontier, places where the past and present collide in ways that challenge our understanding of history. Think of the underwater ruins of Heracleion discovered off the coast of Egypt. For centuries, this city was thought to be a legend, a story told by ancient historians. But when archaeologists began uncovering statues, temples, and coins from the seabed, it became clear that this was no myth. The discovery was a revelation, proving that even the most fantastical tales can have a kernel of truth. This desire to uncover hidden truths is another key driver of our fascination. Sunken cities represent puzzles waiting to be solved, mysteries that challenge our intellect and imagination. They invite us to ask questions: who built these structures? What caused their downfall, and what can their stories teach us about our own world? These questions aren't just academic, they're deeply personal. They speak to our need to make sense of the past and find meaning in its remnants. Literature and art have long explored these themes, using sunken cities as metaphors for exploration, loss, and resilience. In Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Nautilus glides through underwater ruins, offering readers a glimpse of a world that feels both alien and familiar. Similarly, modern films like Aquaman reimagine sunken cities as living, breathing worlds full of beauty and danger. These stories resonate because they reflect our own hopes and fears, our longing to connect with something greater than ourselves. Today, technology is transforming how we explore and understand these underwater mysteries. Advanced sonar mapping, underwater drones, and 3D imaging are giving us unprecedented access to sunken cities, allowing us to study them in ways that were once impossible. These tools not only help us uncover the physical remnants of lost civilizations, but also deepen our understanding of the human experience. They reveal the ingenuity of ancient builders, the resilience of communities facing natural disasters, and the enduring power of storytelling. As we continue to explore these submerged worlds, we're reminded that sunken cities are more than just relics of the past. They're mirrors reflecting our own curiosity, creativity, and capacity for wonder. They challenge us to look beyond the surface, to question what we know, and to imagine what might still lie hidden beneath the waves. In the end, the allure of lost civilizations isn't just about uncovering the past, it's about discovering ourselves. And with every new discovery, we're reminded that the ocean holds more secrets than we've ever imagined. The next time you gaze out at the sea, consider this. Beneath its surface lies a world of stories waiting to be told, a testament to the enduring connection between humanity and the unknown. The search for sunken cities has entered a new era thanks to the incredible advancements in modern technology. What once required years of painstaking exploration and guesswork can now be achieved with unprecedented speed and precision. Artificial intelligence, underwater drones, and satellite imaging are revolutionizing the way we uncover the secrets of the deep, opening up possibilities that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. These tools aren't just making exploration easier, they're changing the very nature of what we can discover. Take AI, for example. Machine learning algorithms are now being used to analyze vast amounts of data collected from underwater scans, identifying patterns that might escape the human eye. This technology has already proven invaluable in locating shipwrecks and submerged ruins, sifting through sonar data to pinpoint areas of interest. In one remarkable case, AI helped archaeologists identify a previously unknown Roman shipwreck off the coast of Italy, its cargo of ancient amphorae perfectly preserved beneath the waves. Underwater drones, or remotely operated vehicles (ROV), have also transformed the field. Equipped with high-resolution cameras and robotic arms, these devices can explore depths that are too dangerous or inaccessible for human divers. They've been instrumental in mapping sites like the ancient city of Heracleion in Egypt, where they've uncovered statues, temples, and even gold coins. These drones allow researchers to study submerged ruins in incredible detail without disturbing the delicate ecosystems that have formed around them. Satellite imaging is another game changer. By analyzing changes in ocean color, temperature, and topography, satellites can detect anomalies that might indicate the presence of underwater structures. This technology has led to the discovery of several potential sites, including a submerged pyramid-like structure off the coast of Portugal. While these findings still require further investigation, they highlight the incredible potential of satellite technology to guide underwater exploration. But with these advancements come new challenges and ethical considerations. As our ability to explore sunken cities grows, so too does the risk of exploitation. Looting and illegal salvaging remain significant threats, with treasure hunters often destroying priceless historical sites in their quest for valuable artifacts. Even well-meaning tourism can pose risks, as divers and underwater vehicles may inadvertently damage fragile ruins. There's also the question of cultural sensitivity. Many sunken cities hold deep spiritual or historical significance for local communities. How do we balance the desire for scientific discovery with respect for these cultural connections? This is where international cooperation and ethical guidelines become essential. Organizations like UNESCO are working to establish frameworks that protect underwater heritage while promoting responsible exploration. The ethical implications of exploring sunken cities extend beyond preservation. As we uncover these submerged worlds, we're also confronted with questions about ownership and legacy. Who has the right to study, preserve, or display these artifacts? How do we ensure that the benefits of discovery are shared equitably, especially with communities that have ancestral ties to these sites? These are complex issues requiring careful thought and collaboration. Ultimately, the use of modern technology in underwater exploration is a double-edged sword. It offers incredible opportunities to uncover the past, but it also demands that we approach these discoveries with care and responsibility. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, we must also ensure that we're honoring the stories and cultures tied to these sunken cities. After all, these aren't just ruins, they're windows into the lives of those who came before us, and their preservation is a gift to future generations. The next time you hear about a groundbreaking discovery beneath the waves, remember the technology and the people behind it. From AI algorithms to satellite imaging, these tools are helping us unlock the mysteries of the deep in ways that were once the stuff of science fiction. But they are also reminding us of the delicate balance between exploration and preservation, between uncovering the past and protecting it for the future. And in that balance lies the true challenge and the true promise of exploring sunken cities. As we dive deeper into the mysteries of sunken cities, we're faced with a question that goes beyond discovery. How do we explore these underwater treasures responsibly? The ethical dilemmas of underwater exploration are as complex as the ruins themselves, raising important questions about cultural heritage, exploitation, and the delicate balance between scientific curiosity and preservation. These challenges aren't just academic, they're deeply personal, touching on issues of identity, history, and respect for the past. Take, for example, the ongoing debate over salvaging shipwrecks. While these sites offer invaluable insights into maritime history, they also serve as underwater graves, final resting places for those who perished at sea. The Titanic wreck, for instance, has been the subject of fierce ethical debates. Should we recover artifacts from the site, or should we leave it undisturbed as a memorial to the lives lost? Some argue that retrieval helps preserve history and educates the public, while others believe it amounts to desecration. These tensions highlight the fine line between exploration and exploitation, a line that grows even blurrier when cultural heritage is at stake. Cultural sensitivity is another critical consideration. Many sunken cities hold sacred or ancestral significance for local communities. In India, for instance, the submerged ruins of Dwarka are not just archaeological sites, they're deeply intertwined with Hindu mythology and spiritual beliefs. For archaeologists, the challenge is to honor these connections while still advancing scientific understanding. This means working closely with local communities, respecting their traditions, and ensuring that exploration doesn't overshadow the cultural and emotional weight these sites carry. The issue of ownership further complicates matters. When artifacts are recovered from sunken cities, who has the right to them? Should they remain in the country where they were found, or can they be displayed in international museums? These questions often spark legal and diplomatic disputes, as seen in the case of the Nuestra Señora de Atocha, a Spanish galleon whose treasures were salvaged off the coast of Florida. Spain claimed ownership of the shipwreck, while the salvagers argued that their efforts entitled them to a share of the findings. Such cases underscore the need for clear international guidelines to ensure that the benefits of discovery are shared equitably. Beyond these ethical challenges, sunken cities also offer lessons about our own future. As we uncover the stories of past civilizations lost to rising seas, we're reminded of the urgent threat posed by climate change today. Cities like Venice and Miami face the very real possibility of becoming the sunken ruins of tomorrow, their fates shaped by the same forces that claimed ancient settlements. By studying how past societies adapted or failed to adapt to environmental changes, we can better prepare for the challenges ahead. The preservation of sunken cities isn't just about protecting the past, it's about safeguarding our future. These underwater ruins remind us of the fragility of human achievement and the resilience of nature. They challenge us to think critically about how we interact with our environment and how we respond to the forces that shape our world. In that sense, the ethical dilemmas of underwater exploration are more than just academic debates, they're calls to action, urging us to approach our shared heritage with care, respect, and a sense of responsibility. As we continue to explore these submerged worlds, let's remember that the true value of sunken cities lies not just in their artifacts or their stories, but in the lessons they teach us about ourselves. Whether it's navigating the ethical complexities of preservation or confronting the realities of climate change, these underwater ruins offer a mirror to our own time, reflecting both our potential and our vulnerabilities. And in that reflection, we find the inspiration to build a future that honors the past while embracing the challenges of the present. The stories of sunken cities aren't just relics of the past, they're urgent reminders of the challenges we face today. As we grapple with the realities of climate change and rising sea levels, these ancient ruins offer valuable lessons about the fragility of human settlements and the power of nature. Take Mahabalipuram, for example, an ancient port city on India's southeastern coast. For centuries, local legends spoke of 7 majestic temples, 6 of which were said to have been swallowed by the ocean. These tales were dismissed as myth until the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004. As the waters receded, they revealed the submerged remains of ancient structures, confirming the legends and offering a stark glimpse into the past. Mahabalipuram's story is a powerful example of how natural disasters can reshape the landscape in an instant, but it also highlights the long-term effects of rising seas, which have been eroding coastlines and submerging cities for millennia. The ruins of Mahabalipuram, now partially underwater, serve as a testament to the forces that have shaped and continue to shape our world. They remind us that the challenges we face today aren't new. Ancient civilizations also grappled with environmental changes, often with devastating consequences. The parallels between past and present are impossible to ignore. Just as rising seas claimed Mahabalipuram, modern coastal cities are now at risk. Venice, Italy, is sinking at an alarming rate, its famous canals increasingly prone to flooding. In Miami, rising sea levels threaten to inundate low-lying neighborhoods, while Jakarta, Indonesia, is sinking so rapidly that the government plans to relocate its capital. These modern-day examples underscore the urgency of addressing climate change, but they also point to a deeper truth: the need to learn from the past. Ancient sunken cities like Mahabalipuram offer more than just cautionary tales. They provide practical insights for modern urban planning. By studying how past civilizations adapted to environmental challenges, we can develop strategies to protect our own cities. For instance, the ancient Khmer city of Angkor in Cambodia faced severe droughts, prompting its inhabitants to build an intricate network of reservoirs and canals. While the city eventually declined, its innovative water management systems demonstrate the importance of resilience and adaptability in the face of environmental stress. Similarly, the ruins of Mahabalipuram reveal the importance of coastal protection. The city's temples were built on elevated ground, a strategy that likely delayed their submersion. Today, this principle is being applied in modern cities through the construction of seawalls, flood barriers, and elevated infrastructure. But these solutions are just the beginning. To truly address the challenges of rising seas, we need to think creatively and holistically, integrating nature-based solutions like mangrove restoration and wetland preservation into urban planning. The lessons of sunken cities also extend beyond infrastructure. They remind us of the cultural and emotional toll of environmental displacement. For the people of Mahabalipuram, the loss of their temples wasn't just a physical blow, it was a spiritual and cultural one. Today, as communities around the world face the prospect of relocation due to rising seas, we must consider not only the practicalities of moving, but also the intangible losses of heritage and identity. Ultimately, the stories of sunken cities challenge us to think differently about our relationship with the environment. They show us that the forces of nature are both powerful and unpredictable, and that our survival depends on our ability to adapt. By learning from the past, we can build a more resilient future, one that honors the lessons of history while embracing the possibilities of innovation. As we look to the future, let's remember that the ruins beneath the waves aren't just reminders of what we've lost, they're also blueprints for what we can achieve. By studying these ancient cities, we can better understand the challenges we face and find the courage to meet them head-on. The next time you hear about a coastal city threatened by rising seas, think of Mahabalipuram and the lessons it offers. The past may be underwater, but its wisdom is timeless. The threat of rising seas isn't just a distant warning, it's a present reality for many of the world's coastal cities. As we face the growing impacts of climate change, urban planners and architects are turning to the lessons of ancient sunken cities for inspiration. From the submerged ruins of Mahabalipuram to the lost streets of Heracleion, these ancient sites remind us that the forces reshaping our world are as old as civilization itself. But rather than resigning ourselves to fate, modern cities are fighting back with innovative solutions that blend cutting-edge technology with timeless wisdom. One of the most intriguing responses to rising seas is the concept of floating cities. Imagine entire urban centers designed to rise and fall with the tides, their foundations anchored to the ocean floor but their structures buoyant and adaptable. Cities like Rotterdam in the Netherlands are already experimenting with floating homes and infrastructure, creating living spaces that can weather floods and storms. These designs don't just offer practical solutions, they also challenge us to rethink how we live with water, transforming a threat into an opportunity for innovation. Seawalls and flood barriers are another critical tool in the fight against rising seas. Inspired by ancient coastal defenses, modern versions are being built on a massive scale. Tokyo, for instance, has constructed a network of underground flood tunnels and massive gates to protect its densely populated areas. Similarly, Venice's MOST project uses retractable barriers to shield the city from high tide. But while these structures are impressive, they're not without their drawbacks. Seawalls can disrupt ecosystems, alter natural water flows, and even give a false sense of security. Balancing protection with environmental sustainability is a challenge that requires careful planning and long-term thinking. Adaptive architecture is also playing a key role in reshaping our urban landscapes. Architects are designing buildings that can withstand flooding, with features like elevated foundations, waterproof materials, and modular designs that can be adjusted as conditions change. In Miami, for example, new developments are required to incorporate flood-resistant designs, from raised electrical systems to water-permeable pavements. These innovations aren't just about survival, they're about creating spaces that thrive in harmony with their environment. Yet, for all the progress being made, the challenges of balancing development with sustainability remain immense. Coastal cities are often economic powerhouses, home to millions of people and vital industries. Protecting them while minimizing environmental impact is a delicate act, requiring collaboration between governments, businesses, and communities. It's a reminder that the solutions to rising seas aren't just technical, they're deeply social and political, demanding a shared commitment to resilience and adaptation. As we look to the future, the lessons of ancient sunken cities take on new urgency. They remind us that the forces shaping our world are both powerful and unpredictable, and that our survival depends on our ability to adapt. But they also inspire us to think creatively, to imagine new ways of living with water rather than fighting against it. The next frontier of urban planning isn't just about building higher walls or stronger barriers. It's about reimagining our relationship with the ocean, finding ways to coexist with the forces that have shaped our past and will undoubtedly shape our future. And as we continue to explore the mysteries of sunken cities, we're reminded that the ocean holds more than just the secrets of the past. It's also a canvas for the future, a space where innovation and imagination can come together to create something truly extraordinary. From floating cities to adaptive architecture, the solutions we're developing today may one day become the ancient ruins of tomorrow, inspiring future generations to build a world that's as resilient as it is visionary. The next time you walk along a coastline, take a moment to imagine what lies beneath the waves and what might rise above them. The story of sunken cities isn't just a tale of loss, it's a call to action, a reminder that the future is ours to shape one wave at a time. The future of sunken city exploration is poised to be as thrilling as the discoveries of the past, thanks to the rapid evolution of technology and science. Imagine a world where underwater drones equipped with AI can map entire submerged cities in a matter of days, or where 3D imaging recreates ancient streets and temples with such precision that we can virtually walk through them. These advancements aren't just science fiction, they're becoming reality, and they're transforming how we uncover the secrets of the deep. one of the most exciting developments is the rise of autonomous underwater vehicles, or OVE. These robotic explorers can dive to extreme depths, capturing high-resolution images and collecting data without human intervention. Unlike traditional methods, which often require lengthy and costly expeditions, AUVs allow researchers to cover vast areas quickly and efficiently. This means we could soon uncover sunken cities that have eluded us for centuries, hidden in the most remote and inhospitable parts of the ocean. Artificial intelligence is also playing a game-changing role. Machine learning algorithms are being trained to analyze sonar and satellite data, identifying patterns that hint at underwater structures. This technology has already led to the discovery of shipwrecks and submerged ruins that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. As AI continues to improve, it could help us locate entirely new sunken cities, providing clues about civilizations we've only glimpsed in myths and ancient texts. But technology alone isn't enough. The future of underwater archaeology also depends on international collaboration. Sunken cities are often located in waters that span multiple countries, making it essential for nations to work together to protect and study these sites. Organizations like UNESCO are leading the way, fostering partnerships that ensure underwater heritage is preserved for future generations. By sharing resources, knowledge, and expertise, researchers can tackle challenges that would be impossible to overcome alone. The potential for discovery is immense. From the Mediterranean to the Pacific, there are countless underwater sites waiting to be explored. Some, like the submerged ruins of ancient Alexandria, are already revealing fascinating insights into past civilizations. Others, like the rumored underwater pyramids near Cuba, remain shrouded in mystery. As technology advances, we may finally unlock the secrets of these enigmatic sites, shedding light on cultures and histories that have long been lost to the waves. Yet, even as we push the boundaries of exploration, the enduring allure of sunken cities remains. These submerged ruins captivate us not just for their historical significance, but for the stories they tell about human resilience, ingenuity, and vulnerability. They remind us that the ocean is more than just a vast, empty expanse. It's a living archive, holding the secrets of civilizations that once thrived on its shores. As we look to the future, the mysteries of sunken cities continue to inspire us. They challenge us to ask questions, to explore the unknown, and to imagine what might still lie hidden beneath the waves. And in that exploration, we find not just answers about the past, but insights into our own place in the world. The next great discovery could be just around the corner, waiting to reshape our understanding of history and ourselves. The journey to uncover these underwater wonders is far from over. With every new technological breakthrough, every international partnership, and every dive into the unknown, we're reminded that the ocean still holds countless secrets. And as long as there are mysteries to solve, there will be explorers, dreamers, and storytellers ready to dive in, searching for the truths that lie beneath the waves. Sunken cities are more than just relics of the past. They are timeless enigmas that bridge the gap between history, myth, and science. Their stories resonate with us on a profound level, weaving together tales of human ingenuity, natural forces, and the mysteries of the deep. They challenge us to rethink what we know about ancient civilizations, pushing us to explore the boundaries of our understanding. But what is it about these submerged worlds that keeps us coming back for more? Why do they hold such a powerful grip on our collective imagination? At their core, sunken cities represent the ultimate paradox. They are both lost and found, hidden yet accessible. They remind us that the past is never truly gone, it's just waiting to be rediscovered. Whether it's the grandeur of Atlantis, the spiritual significance of Dwarka, or the haunting ruins of Helik, these underwater sites invite us to piece together fragments of history, to connect the dots between myth and reality. They challenge us to ask big questions. How did these civilizations rise and fall? What can their stories teach us about resilience, adaptation, and the fragility of human achievement? But it's not just the historical intrigue that captivates us. Sunken cities also tap into something deeper, a sense of wonder and possibility. They remind us that the world is full of secrets, that there are still places waiting to be explored and stories waiting to be told. This sense of discovery is what drives archaeologists, historians, and adventurers to dive into the unknown, armed with nothing but curiosity and a desire to uncover the truth. And in an age where so much of the world feels mapped and understood, sunken cities offer a tantalizing reminder that there's still so much we don't know. The preservation of these sites is just as important as their exploration. Sunken cities are fragile time capsules, vulnerable to both natural forces and human interference. Looting, pollution, and climate change threaten to erase these underwater treasures before we've even had a chance to fully understand them. That's why efforts to protect and study these sites are so crucial. Organizations like UNESCO and dedicated researchers around the world are working tirelessly to ensure that these ancient stories are preserved for future generations. After all, these ruins aren't just artifacts, they're windows into the lives of people who came before us, offering insights that can shape our understanding of humanity itself. As we reflect on the enduring mystery of sunken cities, we're reminded that their allure lies not just in what they reveal about the past, but in what they inspire for the future. They challenge us to think differently, to embrace the unknown, and to find meaning in the fragments of history that survive. They remind us that the ocean is more than just water. It's a living archive holding the echoes of civilizations that once thrived on its shores. The next time you hear about a sunken city, whether it's a newly discovered ruin or a legendary tale like Atlantis, take a moment to consider what it represents. These submerged worlds are more than just stories, they're invitations to explore, to question, and to dream. They remind us that the past is never truly lost and that the mysteries of the deep still have much to teach us. And as we wrap up this journey through the legends and realities of sunken cities, let's not forget the bigger picture. These stories are a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity, to our unyielding desire to uncover the secrets of the world around us. Whether you're a history enthusiast, a science lover, or simply someone who enjoys a good mystery, sunken cities have something to offer everyone. They remind us that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered, one dive, one discovery, one story at a time.